Hello everybody, welcome to Runaway with Liz. I am Liz. I'm on a particularly technical part of the AFTON State Park trails for my long run this week. Hello everyone and welcome. In today's video, we are hitting the trails for a 16-mile long run in the lovely AFTON State Park. Established in 1969, AFTON State Park is nestled next to the St. Croix River at the border to Wisconsin, a roughly 30-minute drive from Minneapolis. I am in AFTON State Park today for my first trail run of the year, which is crazy to think about, that this is the very first in 2023 that I've done. I've done a little bit of hiking, but not proper trail running. I decided to come to AFTON State Park for my first trail run of the year because I think it's a really nice warm-up trail run, kind of. I used to think, before I did a lot of trail running, that these trails were quite rugged, but now I know better. I feel generally pretty comfortable on these trails, even though it's very beautiful. You're very much immersed in nature. It doesn't feel isolated at all because there's always people here. Like I said, I just had to stop recording for a little bit because I passed a couple of people hiking. It's super well maintained here. The trails are really well maintained. There's actually a guy out mowing today. So it's just a really nice warm-up. Just kind of practicing for trails that are a little more challenging, like the Superior Hiking Trail, for example. Let's continue. I am about 3.5 miles in of this 16-mile run, and I'm generally following the AFTON 50K, or actually AFTON 25K trail. So that route. All right, let's continue. About mile 5.5. One thing that I'm doing a little bit differently on trail runs is I am trying to walk a lot of the hills. I just really need to train my body to be able to do that, to conserve my muscle energy, to just be able to go further. It's also going to help my body recover easier after doing such long distances, and it's kind of nice. That's one of the secrets of trail running and ultra training, if you don't know, is that there's actually quite a bit of walking in them, and I want to be able to mix up the walking and the running on long runs, because sometimes if I'm on a run, I'm like, oh, I can't start walking because if I start walking, I'll never stop. And so I want to be able to feel comfortable running again after a short interval of walking and not feel like emotionally done. This is probably one of the higher parts of AFTON State Park. This is the most prairie that it looks, and I think it's so pretty and expansive. Anyway, I do have to keep moving though because this run isn't going to complete itself. Bird watchers out today. I feel a little bad every time I pass one and I come tearing through, probably disrupting all of their birds that they're watching. Sorry. We've reached the campground in AFTON State Park, and one thing to know about camping at AFTON is that it's all backpack-in sites, so I think this is probably like a mile from the parking lot. Oh, we got some water. I wonder, maybe I can fill my water bottles. don't know, maybe I didn't hold it long enough. I couldn't get the water to come out, but it's okay. I do have plenty of water left, and I only have about 6.5 miles. Less than that, about 5 miles. 5.5 miles left in my run, so no big deal. Just thought I would try it out. Some fall colors starting. Sometimes I like to take a little walking break to look at the birds. I only have 3 miles left. Hey everybody, I am back from my long run today at AFTON State Park. I'm showered. I just wanted to follow up and talk about how the run went today. Overall, it went great. Like I said, I was walking up hills. One thing that I forgot to mention while on the run, a couple things, but the first one was that while generally the trails at AFTON State Park are quite well groomed, and I would not actually call them very rugged, there's a couple spots that are a little bit punchy, but overall, I think where AFTON State Park trails shine is the elevation gain. So I ran a 16-mile run today, and it was almost 2,000 feet of elevation, which isn't nothing. The other thing that I wanted to talk about was my shoes. So I have 2 pairs of shoes that I wear for trail runs, and I rotate them. And the first one that I wear on my long runs are the ALTRA Superior shoes. The thing about ALTRA shoes is that they have a 0 heel drop, and what that means is that it mimics bare feet basically. And ALTRAs are very popular with people because of their very wide toe box, but that heel drop is a very important thing to be thinking about when you're trying to decide if you want to do ALTRAs or not. I think they're really great shoes. I love my ALTRAs. However, you want to make sure that your ankles and your Achilles tendons are very warmed up, because a lot of times when you're wearing shoes, they're going to have a higher heel drop than 0, unless you've been running barefoot for a long time. So I did want to get into my ALTRAs right away as soon as I could for these trail runs, just to work on rebuilding that strength and that mobility in the ankle and in the Achilles tendon. And it's also something to pay attention to when you're done with your run, because I know after a combination between wearing my ALTRAs with 0 drop heels and doing trails where your ankles are doing a lot more work, my ankles and my Achilles tendons get very tight and sore. So I definitely wanted to pay attention to my cool down and be stretching the ankles and the calves as soon as I could, and want to get in a little walk later today so that they don't experience more soreness than they need to tomorrow, because I do have another 8-mile run tomorrow. And like I said, I rotate my trail shoes. So I'm rotating between the ALTRAs, and then I have some New Balance, I can't remember what it's called. I want to say Hierro. I think that's what the style is. Because I love New Balances. I love that they offer wide sizes, mainly because I have very short and wide feet. Thank you, Dad, for that. And the heel drop on the New Balance is a little bit higher, so it gives my ankles a little bit of a break for that second back-to-back run. But yeah, overall, such a great day on the trail. Great weather going on. Sorry to all the bird watchers out there if I disrupted any of your feathered friends. I hope you enjoyed this video. I love taking the camera out into the trails in Minnesota and just showing how beautiful it is here. At least I think it's beautiful. I know there's lots of beautiful places in the world, and this is just one of them. I'm excited to show you more as the fall colors get more and more vibrant. If you enjoyed this video, maybe you want to give it a thumbs up, maybe subscribe to the channel. If you do, thank you so much for your support. Take care, everybody. I hope you're doing well, enjoying this crisp fall weather. Take care. Bye.